In the vast landscape of history, there's a story often ignored, a story of Native American women's resilience, strength, and endurance in the face of tough times. Their challenges and hardships, past and present, have been a topic of discussion for many. These women played unique roles in their community. Today, we journey back in time to shine a light on the plight of Native American women throughout history. This adventure will reveal the untold stories of these women whose struggles have been hidden in silence for too long. Welcome to another captivating episode of the Natives' Journals, where we embark on an enlightening journey through the pages of history. In today's series, our spotlight is on the Native American women, who have often been the unsung heroes of their communities, facing adversity with unwavering strength and resilience. While you're watching this video, make sure to click the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. This way, you won't miss any of our interesting episodes. Without any further ado, let's delve into this thrilling adventure. During the colonial period in North America, Native American women had distinct roles within their tribes. Some were leaders, like Cherokee women in treaty negotiations, or women in the Haudenosaunee Confederacy who acted as political leaders. Others cared for children and prepared meals, with roles varying among tribes. In certain tribes, women worked in the fields while men hunted, and women played a significant role in family life and influenced social and economic matters in their community. Additionally, they were highly esteemed as mothers who nurtured healthy families. Spiritually, they are seen as extensions of the Spirit Mother and continue the traditions of their people. Socially, they pass down cultural knowledge and care for children and relatives. Many Native American tribes believe their origins trace back to a woman, and their legends often involve a Mother Earth figure. Women had essential roles in agriculture, responsible for sustainably growing and harvesting vegetables and plants. For example, the Algonquian women meticulously planted and managed fields, ensuring the land remained fertile. When a field became exhausted, they decided when and where to clear new ones, allowing the old ones to recover. In Haudenosaunee tribes, women controlled food distribution within their communities. Some tribes also recognized women as healers for minor injuries, alongside men who served as shamans, chiefs, and herbalists. This shows the significant and diverse roles that Native American women held within their society. Some Native American peoples were known for having women sit in positions of political power beyond simply controlling the food or being agricultural scientists. However, despite the significant and diverse roles that Native American women held within their societies, they were still subjected to hardships, struggles, and torture stemming from the influx of European settlers. This European immigration had a severe impact on Native Americans, especially the women. The migration brought about territorial claims and the forced displacement of indigenous people from their ancestral lands. While some Native American tribes welcomed these newcomers and shared their skills and resources, many European immigrants took advantage of this hospitality. They began establishing their own nation on tribal land. When Europeans arrived, Native American women's roles changed. Many of them became wives to fur traders in northeastern tribes, seen as a way to build cultural alliances. However, upon their return to Europe, these traders frequently left the Native American women they had married, showing disregard for their well-being. In some cases, they even treated these women as property, transferring them to other traders. These actions left the Native American women without support and in vulnerable positions. Additionally, the abandonment disrupted the lives and families of these women, causing emotional and psychological trauma. This mistreatment demonstrated a lack of respect for their well-being and dignity, contributing to the difficult circumstances faced by many Native American women during that time. The children born from these unions lost their traditional Native American upbringing, as their fathers sent them for Christian education. Some colonists aimed to convert Native women to Christianity, as exemplified by Kateri Takakwita, who converted at 19 despite facing resistance from her tribe. The Europeans' objectification of Native women and their roles gave rise to the Pocahontas perplex, a term coined by academic Raina Green, which still affects Native women today. This ideology restricts them to only a few roles, one of which is offensive: the term squaw. This role has been associated with an abstract virtue that white men desire. It creates a harmful environment where Native women are objectified and violence against them is excused, both historically and in modern times. Before European contact, domestic violence against Native women was less common, and any such occurrences were severely punished. However, colonization shaped the violence against Native women and continues to permit ongoing violence against them today. As European settlers established their presence, they imposed their social norms, which were often very different from the indigenous cultures they encountered. One significant area of impact was gender roles. In many Native American societies, women held respected roles as leaders, healers, and decision-makers. However, European colonization introduced patriarchal structures and expectations where men were seen as dominant. This shift disrupted the balance and equality that existed within indigenous social structures. Native American women suddenly found themselves subjected to European gender norms that relegated them to more traditional roles. It was a painful transformation, as women who had once been valued leaders and contributors to their communities now faced limited opportunities. The consequences of colonization for Native American women were devastating. Land dispossession not only stripped communities of their homes, but also their means of survival. They were forced to adapt to a new way of life, often on unfamiliar and less fertile lands. Even more devastating were the diseases brought by European settlers. Diseases like smallpox and measles decimated Native American populations, taking a hefty toll on women who were caregivers and often at the forefront of dealing with the sick. Violence was another grim reality. Native American women and communities endured violence at the hands of European settlers, ranging from forced removals to outright massacres. These traumatic experiences left deep scars on the hearts and minds of Native American women, affecting their well-being for generations to come. In the wake of European colonization, Native American communities faced an uphill battle to preserve their cultures, traditions, and ways of life. While struggling with the changes and injustices they brought upon. Another event that highlighted the hardship faced by the Native American women was the forced relocation of Native Americans, which stands as one of the darkest chapters in American history. This forced removal resulted from government policies that aimed to clear Native American lands for European settlers. One of the most infamous instances of this relocation was the forced removal of the Cherokee Nation from their ancestral lands in the southeastern United States to the unfamiliar territories of present-day Oklahoma, a journey that became known as the Fajadoras eat present-day Oklahoma Trail of Tears. Native American women bore the brunt of the hardships during these forced migrations. They were responsible for caring for their families, often in dire conditions and with limited resources. It was a difficult journey as families, including women, were forced to travel on foot in harsh weather, facing hunger, disease, and the loss of loved ones along the way. These women displayed incredible resilience throughout this ordeal, carrying their physical burdens and the weight of preserving their cultural identity and traditions. They became pillars of strength, offering support and solace to their families and communities. The experience of the forced relocation had profound psychological and emotional effects on Native American women and their descendants. It instilled a collective memory of suffering and loss that continues to shape the perspectives and resilience of indigenous communities. The repercussions are evident in ongoing challenges related to health disparities, education, and socioeconomic opportunities faced by Native American women and their community. However, as we reflect on the enduring strength and resilience of Native American women, it's crucial to recognize some notable Native American women in history who went through so many struggles, torture, and hardship, but are still remembered for leaving a lasting legacy. First on our list is Sarah Winnemucca. Sarah Winnemucca. Sarah Winnemucca is a remarkable figure in American history. She was born around 1844 into the northern Paiute tribe in what is now Nevada. Sarah Winnemucca faced the brutal impact of European colonization and endured immense challenges and hardships. Her tribe, like many others, suffered from disease, displacement, and violence. Sarah's life was marked by resilience and advocacy. She learned English and Spanish, acting as an interpreter to bridge the gap between Native Americans and settlers. She faced discrimination as she navigated between two different worlds, experiencing first-hand prejudice against her people. In the late 19th century, Sarah embarked on a mission to improve conditions for Native Americans. She wrote a book, Life Among the Paiutes, describing her people's plight in stark terms. She tirelessly petitioned the U.S. government for better treatment, advocating for education and land rights. Sarah Winnemucca's life was a testament to her determination and dedication to her people's welfare. She lived through a challenging era of Native American history, striving to preserve her culture and secure a better future for her community. Sacagawea. Sacagawea is a Shoshone woman born in 1788. Her life was marked by hardship and struggle from a young age. At about 12 years old, she was kidnapped by the Hidatsa tribe, becoming a slave. She was later sold to Toussaint Charbonneau, a French-Canadian fur trapper, becoming his wife through circumstances rather than choice. In 1804, Sacagawea played a pivotal role in the Lewis and Clark expedition, which aimed to explore the newly acquired Louisiana territory in the early 1800s. Together with these men, she embarked on a perilous journey westward. Despite facing harsh weather, rugged terrain, and unfamiliar cultures, Sacagawea's knowledge of the land and her translation skills proved invaluable. During the expedition, she endured severe trials, including childbirth, showcasing incredible resilience. Sacagawea's legacy symbolizes Native American women's contributions to American history. Her pivotal role in the Lewis and Clark expedition exemplifies her strength, adaptability, and determination to overcome adversity in the face of daunting challenges. Molly Brant, a Mohawk woman in the 18th century, faced formidable challenges and trials. As European settlers encroached on Native American lands, her people's traditional way of life eroded, causing cultural displacement. She endured personal sorrow and pains, having to raise 8 children alone after her husband's death. Her struggles further intensified when she had to side with the British during the American Revolutionary War, leading to conflict within her Mohawk tribe, who supported the American cause. After the war, her loyalty to the British Crown forced her family and other loyalists into exile in Canada, where they struggled to build new lives, often in poverty. Molly Brant's life showed how tough and adaptable she was as she dealt with tricky politics and culture clashes. She went through the same difficulties as other Native American women of her time and made a big impact on history. Pocahontas had a tough life in the early 17th century as a Native American woman. Her world changed when English settlers came to her land. She had to deal with clashes between her culture and the English. Pocahontas played a big role in making peace. But this often meant she had to be very careful. She saved John Smith's life, which showed how brave she was, but it caused problems with her tribe, and she had to face the results of her action. Later, the English captured her, held her hostage, and made her become a Christian. When she married John Rolfe, it was a complicated decision because of how things were changing at the time. Abandoning her Native American culture left her feeling deeply torn inside. She struggled with conflicting emotions and loyalty. Pocahontas is an example of how hard it was to live between two different worlds, and the difficult choices she had to make. Her story reminds us of the sacrifices and hardships people went through during a tough time in American history. Queen Widomu was a Pocasset Wampanoag leader in the 17th century. Her people faced the encroachment of English settlers and the growing tensions that eventually ignited King Philip's War in 1675. Widomu found herself in a leadership position during this chaotic period, striving to protect her tribe's way of life. Tragically, her life took a gruesome turn. The English captured her in 1676 after her tribe's defeat and was subsequently sold into slavery. Widumu's once regal status was reduced to that of a captive, suffering a fate unimaginable to her as a queen. The colonists hunted down other native leaders, offering false amnesty and then executing them. Widomu's husband was captured and killed in Rhode Island, while Widomu herself drowned while fleeing across the Taunton River. Her head was cut off and displayed on a pike in Taunton. A lot has been said about these women, whose lives serve as powerful examples of strength and the enduring spirit of Native American women. Their stories, filled with hardship and sacrifice, remind us of the challenges they faced during times of profound change and conflict. These women, like Sacagawea, Pocahontas, and Queen Widomu, left lasting legacies that continue to inspire us today. Their courage and determination deserve to be celebrated and remembered. Despite the immense challenges and disruptions caused by European colonization, these Native American women displayed remarkable resilience in the face of adversity. They sought ways to adapt and preserve their cultural heritage, often in the shadows of a rapidly changing world. Many Native American women became the quiet guardians of their traditions and values, passing down their ancestral knowledge to future generations. Their role as keepers of cultural wisdom became crucial as they endeavored to ensure their traditions would endure. Today, the severe challenges facing Native American women's rights are evident through shockingly high rates of murder, rape, and kidnapping, both within and outside tribal lands. In some tribal areas, the incidence of crimes against Native American women surpasses the national average by over 10 times. While Indian reservations have self-governance, they bear the scars of European colonization and policies that have weakened community resilience. Lacking the necessary resources to police their extensive territories and address complex issues stemming from historical events, Native American women on reservations face an unparalleled threat of violence in the United States. Despite these reservation challenges, recent research highlights that over 70% of Native Americans live in urban areas where crimes against women from their community are significantly underreported. These findings underscore that the issue isn't solely confined to jurisdictional problems within reservations, but also reflects broader societal racism, contributing to elevated violence rates against Native American women. This situation prompts the question of how the nation can finally begin the overdue work of recognizing Native American women within our universe of obligation, acknowledging the obligations owed to them, applying appropriate rules, and seeking amends for their injustices. Lawmakers in Congress are finally taking steps to bring about much-needed changes, but Native American women are also actively driving change at the grassroots level. One advocate. Renee Sonzuzi, a member of Nebraska's Native Women's Task Force, emphasized that her efforts go beyond herself. She has found her voice and refuses to be silenced or remain invisible. She is determined to address these critical issues. The impact of European colonization on Native American communities, particularly women, is a complex and often painful part of history. Yet, the resilience, adaptability, and enduring strength of Native American women throughout this journey stand as a testament to their unwavering commitment to their culture, heritage, and the well-being of their people. Their legacy continues to inspire and shape the future of Native American communities as they navigate the challenges of the modern world while holding on to the richness of their traditions. The story of Native American women holds a powerful narrative of resilience, strength, and heritage that deserves recognition and preservation for future generations to learn from and cherish. Thanks for watching this episode. We hope you've learned something new about the plight of Native American women. We would love you to share your thoughts in the comments box and tell us how you feel about this story. Remember to subscribe to our channel and click on the notification bell so you don't miss out on our upcoming episodes that bring history's forgotten tales to life.